So now you have the essential underpinnings of what matter is. But realistically, things would be really, really boring if matter never changed. And when we talk about changes in matter, we're dealing with what is called a dichotomous world. There are two parts. And the first one is that matter can change physically. And in a physical change, the physical properties change. However, the compound doesn't change. And the classic of this is ice melting. So here you have a video of an ice cube melting rather rapidly. But you know that the ice cube is water and that the water is water. The compound never changes. Physical changes can be either reversible, which means they can be returned to the original condition. So ice cubes can become liquid water if you heat them up, but if you put the water back into the freezer, you get ice cubes. They can also be irreversible, which obviously means they cannot be returned to the original condition. For example, you have some nice birch trees on your property, you cut them down for firewood. No matter what you do, you cannot make them go back to being the original birch trees. It is a physical change. You started with a birch tree, you ended with birch, but you can't get it from the birch logs back to the birch tree. As I said, this is a dichotomous world. It has two parts. The first part was physical change. The second part is chemical change. In a chemical change, this is where the chemicals react. Remember, a chemical property is the ability to undergo a reaction. A chemical change is when they undergo the reaction. The compounds you start with are not the compounds you end with. The atoms rearrange and you get new compounds with a totally new set of chemical and physical properties.
Here is a strip of magnesium. A chemical property of magnesium is that it can react with oxygen in a rather explosive reaction in order to make powdery magnesium oxide. So what I'm going to do now is light it. It takes a couple of seconds, and then you'll see what you see. There we go. That's the magnesium reacting with the oxygen. Now you know that oxygen is a gas, magnesium is a metal strip, and you notice that we now have a powder. Chemical reaction. What you start with isn't what you finish with. We started with magnesium and oxygen. We ended up with powdery magnesium oxide, and they all have different physical properties. So there you go. Chemical properties and chemical changes.
So, quick review. Physical changes is when you change one or more of the physical properties of a substance, but the compound doesn't change. What you start with is what you finish with from the molecular/atomic viewpoint. These can be reversible or irreversible, but still be physical changes. A chemical change is essentially a chemical reaction. Chemical property, the ability to undergo a reaction. Chemical change, undergoing the reaction. What you start with is not what you end up with. You get a new set of chemicals with totally different chemical properties from the originals. And these chemical changes can be reversible or irreversible. So that ends the second video. The next video, which is another short video, will be on states of matter, something once again you know about, but just need a quick reminder.